Rosemary. Hello, Suède. 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 Hello, lads.
Hey, hope you're all good. Long time no see. Patrick, can you hear me well?
Yeah, I hear you well. We were never living. We were always here, watching.
Mm,
I was doing some spying. You are going very well.
thank you.
Perfect. Doing a great job.
Thank you, and welcome, Sway.
Thank you. Nice to see everybody.
That's it too. So we're gonna start playing the respect game, where everyone will go to interns and share what they did to help optimism, and or in general, also feel free to introduce yourself, and then we'll go in turns, and then reach consensus on who we think did the most, second most, third most, and so forth, with starting from level 6 as being the highest. So I can also go first, or to show, or whoever want to go first, then feel free. Okay, I can go. And yeah, feel free to share your screen, and I'll also set the timer. We're gonna try to go for 4 minutes each. But feel free to go over if you want. I'm setting the timer. Can you see my screen? Yes. Okay, so my name is Rosemary. For those who don't know me, I do marketing and also help with other bunch of stuff, but mainly it's marketing and spreading out the word about the events we do. So you can find all the videos from Optimism Factor recordings at the YouTube channel Within Creators. This past week, I worked on editing the latest videos for Optimism Fractal, which is the 39th one, and also the Eden Fractal, which is the other event we host, the EF 107, where Vlad actually demonstrated and showed the latest on the Respect game app he was building. So that was a very interesting conversation. There's also show notes I worked on for the latest Optimism Fractal event, where you can see timestamps too. And I voted on the topics for today that were proposed in the snapshot space. Also, me and Dan, we worked on a mission request proposal, so mission proposal about creating more videos. And I provided the feedback there, and mostly I participated in the brainstorming of that, where Dan wrote most of it, really. So we were kind of having like ad hoc conversations that we recorded for a few hours each. So also I promoted today's event in the Luma from Luma, and sent it to whoever has signed up there to go to their email list, and also I made a tweet, again promoting the Respect game. I made this image here and shared it to a bunch of other platforms. Feel free to follow us on Twitter and retweet. And also I made a few other promotions, like I promoted one of the videos from Optimism Fractal, where we talked about Optimism Season 6. which you can also find there in the Optimistics Twitter account. I did same type of promotions in Farcaster and all of these channels here, or most of them. Optimism base, Superchain, and so forth. I also wrote some personal kind of casts there too. And you can see all the platforms and kind of messages I posted in these Notion projects here. I also worked on a intro and outro video for the Optimism Town Hall videos because we want to clip them separately and produce them separately. And also I listened to a bunch of podcasts about Web3. I highly recommend this podcast called Moment of Zen. So I listened to a few episodes that I also recommend, and they were super interesting about tech and kind of the whole industry, which is sort of key to yeah. And my browser was taking a bit longer to load. That's my presentation. Hope you enjoyed. And also we can nominate the next person to go. So actually I'm going to nominate Cassie. Nice to meet you, Cassie.
Thanks, Rosemary. The last time I saw you, you were singing with Dan, probably around the days. We really enjoyed that. Chris and I watched it and we really loved it. So it's nice to see you again in this capacity. I'm here today for my first time, so I don't really have a presentation to share my screen with you, but I'm really pleased with how welcoming the onboarding process to join the meeting was from a user's perspective. I noticed Dan was advertising one of probably the posts that you did the marketing and design for, Rosemary, and I clicked on it, was signed up very easily and was able to join you today. Unfortunately, I have a conflict for my work, so I'm going to have to hop off in a few minutes, but I will hopefully be joining and becoming more active in the community. At least that's what I'm striving and intending for. I work with Vlad and Patrick, and I'm an original Eden member from Dan Lammer's project. So I feel like there's a lot of synchronicities between what Dan has done with optimism and what we're doing, and the ability to join together really inspires me. I'm a huge fan of Dan's. I think he is such a bright light in the world, and he offers a really wonderful experience and energy to be around and to collaborate with. It's something unlike I've seen in other people. So it's when you look for stars out there, I really think that he has a special quality that I'd like to help kind of promote in any way I can. So that is what I'm here for. I'm also working with Vlad and Patrick to try to work on the EVM version of an app that we currently use to successfully manage a DAO treasury and reward people with fractal respect tokens that allow us to have God powers over that treasury. And that's a lot of what Vlad's doing, so I'm sure you're familiar with that. And reach out to me in any way that I can help. I'm always here to do that. My expertise is in writing, marketing, layout, and digital design.
Thank you very much, Cassie, and welcome once again. Lovely words you said about Dan. I replicate that, so I'm glad to have you here. Would you like to nominate who you think can go next?
Yes, I'd like to nominate Suede because I've never met him before.
Hi, everybody. All right. My name is Suede. I am new to the Fractal and pretty much new to the Optimism Collective, although I do understand what the blockchain is doing and with regard to the tech and the super chain and bicameral governance, etc. I'm a semi-technical designer, kind of also a jack of all trades. I've run my own agency for about 25 years. I've been in crypto for about 4 years. So in some ways, I'm kind of a first cycler. I'm here in crypto because I want to level the playing field, eliminate middlemen, and I'm here for creating public goods and helping people. I want to tell you about a project called Delegate Match. This project is seeded by the Raid Guild, which you might be familiar with. Raid Guild. We're a Web3 dev and design agency. Delegate Match is a project that was seeded by Raid Guild, and we are working we've built a platform, and we're working this month to market and drive adoption for the platform in order to get season 6 retro funding. So we'll apply for season 6 retro funding at the end of this month or in early October. And we're working on our KPIs and our marketing this month. So Delegate Match, we have our mission is to empower token holders in the Optimism community by providing a user-centric tool that matches them with delegates who share their values and priorities, fostering informed decision-making and a more aligned governance process. So it's a good fit for Retro 6 because Retro 6 is about governance. So introducing Delegate Match Farcaster Frame, created Delegate Match application that puts the power in the hands of the community. Through a simple survey, holders can share their priorities and preferences across various governance-related topics. The algorithm then matches these responses with the values of select OP delegates, providing a clear and transparent compatibility score. This empowers token holders to make informed decisions about where to delegate their voting power. So Delegate Match has a website where you can get started. You're taken to Warpcast. And there's a frame here. There's an education. There's education frame. So tells you about you can delegate your optimism to a trusted delegate without transferring your tokens, etc. So there is a 4-page education pathway. And then what would happen, I've already done this, so it's telling me that I've already answered the survey. There's 11 survey questions, okay? And then the frame shows the matches. So my 54.55, I matched with 404 Gov, 45% to Gunna, and 45 to Impact. And then when I click on See All, it actually will take me back to I think because I'm sharing, I'm loading a little slow. Once I click on See All, it takes me back to a results page with some next steps. And then these are my delegates. And if I click on one of these, it takes me to Agora Optimism where I can delegate my OP. Can I take one more minute? Or should I?
Sure.
Okay. Thank you. So I will say that one thing that we've done, so we just started our marketing in our first week of incentives. Anybody who goes through this process can mint an originals NFT on Zora. This NFT rewards are inbound for those who hold this legendary NFT. So down the road, we plan to give cash rewards for this, like airdrop kind of thing. And what we're looking for right now is to get the word out and drive adoption for the Delegate Match Farcaster Frame. Use the frame to find your OP delegate matches, mint the Delegate Match Originals NFT, and then share and engage with Twitter and Farcaster. And I'll go ahead and just paste all of that into the chat. And thank you so much for listening.
And that's amazing. Great work. Thank you. I saw that already on Farcaster. So it's a great surprise to kind of have it here and present it too. Now it makes much more sense. Welcome, Jake.
Hello, hello.
Hello.
Sorry, I showed up late. I don't know. So I'm in the car right now, so I don't know if I'll be able to present today, but I am here listening.
Okay. It's okay. You can also, if you want to talk, you don't have to. I don't think you'll share your screen, but you can totally participate. I only went, and then you got half of a Suede's presentation. Suede, feel free to stop sharing your screen.
Well, is there anyone else in the call?
Yeah.
They can feel free to go ahead, and then hopefully I'll be home at that point and I'll actually be able to screen share as well.
Sure. Okay. Thank you for the link, Suede. Who would like to go next? Vlad, Patrick, don't be shy.
Okay, I will go. About me, I am Nova Crypto. I am here since 2017, and I was joining the Hidden Fractal with Dance Enjoy at the very beginning, 1 year long with you, Rosemary, also. Then you moved on Optimism. I have tried to understand about the ecosystem and how it is structured. Now working into upscale DAO, fractal DAO with Cassie and Vlad. And I am here to educate and promote what we are doing in Upscale DAO. I will share you my screen. So what will happen on the 20th of September? It's already announced. I always announce what I will do. Like this, I am committed and I can see me into a mirror. So I will interview Vlad, my fellow Vlad, on the 20th. That will be released, the video about the Fractal text-based app. What is exactly this app, the what, the how, and the why. All my videos are breakdown into timestamps, really digest, 25 minutes, 30 minutes max. It's on Nova Crypto YouTube channel. So it's about 500 subscriber on YouTube. And on Twitter, I have a great visibility. I do visibility for others, for their ecosystem. Myself, I am building, conceptualize with Vlad and Lenar, an app for Base Optimism, we will see. It's about proof of actions, POAs, to lead to the proof of work. And this app could be, let's say, linked with the Fractal text-based app. There are some good links. There are separate apps, but there could be link. So I will have this interview. I have another interview also coming. It's the Upscale DAO Council update that will be also released on the 21. We have a recording coming with Cassie, Chris, Vlad, myself. We are into the council. There is also Lena recently joining the council, but we will do a council update by Vlad, Cassie, Chris, and myself. How this upscale DAO is becoming fractal. And I see a lot of connection with the Suede, sorry if I don't pronounce correctly, Suede application that is just show about the delegate match. Very interesting. So there are some connection we will do. It's all about collaboration. So I think Optimism Fractal and Upscale DAO Fractal are two fractals that could benefit of each other and going through a great collaboration. So basically, I am very focused on the promotion, and like Dance Enjoy is doing promotion, Rosemary is doing promotion, me with Nova Crypto, I am doing also promotion. Like this, at the end, we have a 1 + 1 = 3. That's what is matter. So that's that I want to share with you, not to waste too much time. So, and I have a website named fractalden.net. For the moment, it's just one page. That's where we will have all the sandboxing of the solution that are EVM based, and we will give back 50% of buyback of respect to upscale because we want to grow the value of the respect token. So that's why I am here. Thank you. That's all.
I'm sorry.
Okay.
Click the wrong button there.
Yeah, no problem. No problem.
The timer.
It's okay. So Vlad, you want to go next, maybe? Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm continuing to work on an application that is called Respect Game. It's a platform that would enable anybody to create a fractal through the UI really easily. It's going to be deployed either on base on Optimism, and that's actually going to happen tomorrow, because now I'm in a stage with Solidity contracts where essentially all the parts that could be tested on the testnet and then locally are tested. And now it's time to move on to the mainnet. I could share my screen a little bit, show you how you can see, right?
Yeah.
So last week, yeah, I'm focused on the Solidity contracts. And last week, I worked on something known as a proxy pattern. So it's a way how to make the contracts updatable. So you can see that now they are really nicely structured. So essentially now the storage, so the data will always be fixed. So for example, what's the week number, respect received, so on, so on. Everything this will be fixed, but the functions, for example, to update the respect data, to update the average respect and so on, this could all be changed. So data stays, but functions can change now. And not only that, so after, like you don't want to be able to change the functions in perpetuity, so meaning forever. Ideally, if you see that, okay, everything works as intended, and maybe even you have an audit for the contracts, at one point you would like to make them immutable. And also I added this functionality, which is called like a proxy admin, where you could then like lock upgrades. You can make such that no longer you can update the functions. So very important, because we will have like liquidity pools and the communities will have the ability to put funds into the liquidity pool. So very important to have this functionality. Okay, we can run a test. You could see that different things are happening. Boom, boom, boom. Contracts are deployed. And eventually it would start. No, it does many of the functionalities that are in the contract, tests them. So adding users to communities, users submitting contributions, submitting rankings. Then today I tested, took me quite some time to test with if there are 2 weeks, is everything correct? Here you can see that this is the average respect, the array that stores the respect for the last weeks. So I had a bug here today, but it got fixed. Now it shows nicely if the user didn't participate, it still updates the array for him. And yeah, so that's what I'm working on.
Bravo.
Yeah.
Yeah, just want to be on point. We will address that at a level, abstract level, very well to break down into this fractal text-based app, into this respect game that has inner governance in it. The user don't see that at the first point. They see a respect game, but inside there is governance, inner. That's very well made, and happy to work on that with Vlad for sure, and Cassie that has just left before. Yeah, but all is connected. We are in collaboration. I have never seen fractal, hidden fractal, and optimism like concurrents. I have always seen the collaboration, but we had sometimes to focus a bit on our own initiatives. But if we have in mind heart, soul, and mind, and make the things always connected, that's a yeah, baby. And Vlad is heart, soul, and mind. Cassie is heart, soul, and mind. Chris is heart, soul, and mind. We want to work with people that are heart, soul, and mind, and not with incumbent advantages. That's why we are here. And Rosemary is heart, soul, and mind. Sure. So,
Thank you.
and yeah.
And you.
Otmanix. Who is Otmanix? Otmanix.
Hello.
Hello, Otmanix. I don't know. I just read the name, but I don't know who you are. Yeah.
I'm just some Web3 developer. I'm just part of the Optimism ecosystem, Optimism base.
Oh, super.
Yeah. And I've been partaking in Optimism Fractal for the past few months now, on and on.
So you know well the structure, how it is structured, the optimism and base and the super chain and all this stuff that for me it's still a little bit like abstract, but you know that into the
Yes.
okay
To the best of my ability, yes.
Okay.
Optimism and base and the whole super chain concept, I think it's abstract by nature.
Okay.
So it is a hard thing to get acquainted with and wrap your head around.
Can you write your Telegram account handle if you don't mind into the chat? If
do what? Sorry.
Your Telegram handle, if you have a Telegram account or Discord
with the government's forum. Oh, I see. Yeah. Give me a few seconds, and I will gladly do that.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I can also share it in the chat. Jake, are you ready to share what you did to help Optimism?
Sure. Give me about 2 seconds, please.
Okay, sure.
1, 2.
Okay, 5 seconds.
Yeah, no problem.
Oh,
Thank
no.
you. Oh, I will put also my Telegram in case that, but it's always the same everywhere. So Nova Crypto LTD. That's easy
I'll
to.
share the link to the Telegram chat. I will set up a Telegram group to do the voting there. It's a Telegram client, so that's where we'll do the voting. Who did the 6, 5, 4, and so forth.
Okay, so that's the fractal gram by Tadas. It's always the Telegram app we use to vote, correct?
Yes.
Okay. Nice.
Yep, I'll share it in the chat shortly.
Thank you.
Okay, I'm going to rejoin this call on my laptop real quick.
Okay, sure.
Suède, you are based in Suède, in Sweden, or that's a joke, sorry. Because in French, Suède is Sweden. So you get it? No? Okay. In French, when we say Suède as your name, Suède, that means Sweden, the country. But That's why I ask if you are of Sweden indeed. No, but anyway.
No, it's more like suede leather.
Ah,
The
okay.
idea. Yeah.
Ah, now I see who you are. Yeah. You were
Yes.
presenting your app real world asset something with
I think a few weeks back I did that.
Voila, I saw that, and then Vlad presented the 130 minute the fractal text-based app. Yeah, okay. Now I connect the dots. Yeah, interesting. Yeah.
Yes. Maybe I'll do a little bit on the tokenized real world asset one. It has a little bit of progress made on it.
Okay.
I'll also share my screen. Okay. So I guess we'll start first and foremost with the big optimism fractal news. If we pull it up real quick. Okay. So Dan and I over the weekend put in the work for the hatathon is what it's called because we're dealing with hats. But essentially a hackathon. So some people here who might not know what HATS protocol is. HATS protocol is essentially a way to grant authorities and responsibilities using hats or NFTs, right? So you can create these pretty cool decentralized, not even hierarchical structures. They're displayed hierarchically, but they don't really need to be hierarchical. So what they do, so how Optimism Fractal has implemented their version of it is, of course, you've got the top hat, which is owned by the DAO itself, or currently owned by Dan. I think we're going to decentralize that a bit more at some point. And then autonomous agent just is required for the programming side of things. It just allows smart contracts to wear certain hats and allow certain functionality. But so the stuff that you guys can get involved with today is, I believe you'll be able to get this rookie hat, which means you hold at least 5 Optimism Fractal, which is the respect token for what we're doing today. And I believe just by participating, even if you get last place, you should have enough, hopefully. But once you get 5 tokens, you can go ahead here to the website, click on this hat, and you'll see a claim button right around here to claim this hat. And what that does is, should say somewhere, it grants you the authority to view the charm verse. So the other thing we did is we set up the Optimism Fractal Charmverse page. And so that's currently gated by requiring you to wear this hat. And then the rest of the tree, the respect game leader. So there's a whole write-up on it here, but essentially what Rosemary is doing at the moment, kind of running the breakout room and keeping the flow of things going forward. So after you've done a few games, and it should show it. Oh, this one. After you've done a few games and you've got like 50 tokens, you can go ahead and there should be a link somewhere. There is a link to a tutorial on how to do it. So after you do that, you can sign an agreement here, the agreement you can see. And you sign that agreement, you get this hat, and then you also get this hat for holding the 50 reputation tokens, which ultimately allows you to get the respect game leader hat. And once you get the respect leader hat, you are then able to become a breakout room leader and start running them. And then we just have this mystery hat. which we accidentally made. You cannot delete hats once they're made. But that's the optimism hat tree. Using smart contracts, we are able to kind of decentralize and permissionlessly operate Optimism Fractal. That's that. I had a few other projects to show, but I am out of time. So, so I think
if you want, you can take a one more minute or so.
Sure. Well, I guess any questions on this?
That's not a question. That's more constatation. I am very oriented with mind mapping, mind maps. I was doing, and I am still doing, continuing those mind maps. And when I see that, for me, it's the perfect example. And each branch, each node has an address, and that's just yeah, baby. For me on EVM to see that. Me coming from EOS ecosystem since a long time and now evolving to EVM with those addresses on each node, and the fractal text-based app that will be also able to send amount to direct address. A lot of things are popping in my head when I see this kind of things, that you can use this system to organize your DAO, or I would say any org. We say always DAO, but any org entity that can be drive with this kind of structure. So very well. I have just a question now in my head. I am into the Telegram group now. Rosemary, I need an account, an address indeed, Ethereum address, or Jack. I need an address, something special to be able to participate in that, or it's totally abstract?
Yes, you need a Ethereum address. Do you have it?
I have not the time to create one. I was creating one for EOS EVM, but that's not, that has nothing to do. So I need an EVM address indeed. So I was not prepared to create an
Okay.
EVM address. So
It's okay. We can still vote, and then you can
bon.
create it and share it with me after, so you can receive the points.
And I need to install MetaMask also to use.
MetaMask is a good option. Yeah, you can install it in the browser too.
Oh, okay. Have you a link for that to start into the?
I will follow up with you.
So for now it's not needed, but for after, yeah. Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
For when we do actually the when Tadaz does the transfers the points based on the levels we agree, then it's needed. There's still time.
Okay, so that's the same system we use in Hidden Fractal, but here on Optimism with Ethereum addresses. So
correct. Yes.
Okay. Bon. Easy, Vlad.
Anyway. I have everyone's address. But Cassie's.
Yeah, Cassie said that she would want to be what she said, in the bottom. But that was her feeling. But I am okay to be on the bottom. So as always.
I can add an option for her too, because we'll be able to vote for her. And
there is Carla now.
Welcome, Carla.
Hi, good evening, everyone. I'm so sorry I joined late. I was in another meet and I sort of missed the notification for this. I guess we have just 9 minutes. I'm just joining. I think this is my first time here.
That's respectful to join.
No problem. Welcome. Thank you for joining. We'll start the next event in 9 minutes. So if you want, stay for that. It's the Optimism Town Hall. We're just towards the end of the respect game, and we shared like our contributions or what we did to help optimism, and now we're gonna do the voting. So feel free to spectate, and if you want, you can also quickly introduce yourself too.
Oh, okay. Okay. I'm Carla, and I'm the founder of CryptoSmart. I'm also the lead partner at Borderless. And at Borderless, we raise Web3 developers from the university ecosystems in Africa. I'm Nigerian. And what I've done to support or contribute to the optimism ecosystem is highly contributing in the super chain. Borderless raised, I think, 20 developers during the last Cypher session to build on Lisk super chain. We got a lot of community members to begin using Lisk, and we were able to influence 3 projects to launch their product on Lisk. One actually went on Lisk mainnet today. Aside from that, we've organized 3 developers IRL events for devs to get into this ecosystem. We also created focus groups for Web2 businesses to be able to come on chain and sort of like build through Lisk. We've also taught businesses how to accept Lisk tokens and OP tokens also for their businesses using USDT, understanding OTC rates, how to basically, do the basic task of at least knowing how to accept crypto and how to use wallets and how to accept OP and stuff like that. And then I think we've had one event for governance. Yes, we've had one, although that was a virtual event on how governance activities work in the optimism ecosystem and all. And we have a major event that we are planning, which will be in November, and our goal is to bring 2,000 people on chain on the optimism ecosystem. So yeah, that's our contribution so far. We've done this between April and I think this should end in November. Yep. So
Thank you,
that's
Carla. Thank you.
yeah.
That's awesome. You're one of the first people I've talked to from Lisk, and it's great to have you here. I'd love to hear more once we go in the next event, which is still in the same room. If you have time to stay and then share more there, that'll be great. There's also another breakout room happening at the same time. So once all of us go together, come back to the main room, then that'll be great to have you share more about the event and what you're doing. If that sounds okay.
Yeah, it is. It's cool. Thank you.
Cool. We are voting right now in Telegram for who we think did the most. 6 is the top. You can change your vote with right-clicking if you're on desktop to retract your vote. Also, feel free to ask each other questions and advocate for whoever you want to advocate for, to help you make your mind about who to vote for. Does
Okay.
anyone have any questions?
Yeah, the Telegram group, is it the Regen Learning? I'm in lots of them. I'm not sure which one it is.
So we're doing the voting in a Telegram group, but right now I don't think you can vote, or because it's the end of the respect game. So we're going to just finalize it, and then in 4 minutes we'll come back to the main room. And
Okay, I wanted to be sure if I'm in any of the rooms. I got this. I got the link for this event. I think it was a regen coordination thing or either a Gitcoin. I think it was one of the Gitcoin communities. So I'm not sure I'm in the community that you guys are in. If you could share the link and I could join, it would be good.
okay, I can share the link for the Optimism Fractal. We have a Discord, if that's okay.
Oh, okay. Yeah, Discord is good too.
Okay, sure, I'll do that.
Rosemary, can you share with me into Telegram or in the chat the best way to create an Ethereum address. I think it's when I install the MetaMask. Huh? When I install MetaMask, I can at the same time get an Ethereum address, correct?
Yes, I can follow up with you to with
Okay,
the
thank you. Oh, I
data.
will I will search on Google. It's okay, but if you have a more direct link that you know.
Yeah, I have
Yeah.
just
Okay, thank
just
you.
a moment and during the town hall I can share it with you.
And Sued has published
To wrap
this
up
link tree. Thank you. Thank you.
You're welcome. We have to now reach consensus. So for level 6, we have 2 votes for Vlad and 3 votes for myself. And
For Nova Crypto 0, I think. It's okay.
we need at least 4 out of 5.
Yeah.
Reach consensus for each level. And then what happens next is we're gonna do that for each level and then submit the results on chain. So would anyone want to advocate for someone? I advocate for Vlad because he's almost to the point of deploying the whatever he's built for the past few weeks about the Respect Game app, which will make all of that much more easier to play. So we won't have to go to different apps for the voting, you know, like we are doing now with Telegram, and it can get confusing, right? With so many kind of apps to navigate from. And so that's really helpful. And it can really accelerate the experience in the Respect Game in general and have it much more, have basically a mass adoption. So I think that deserves level 6. So that's why I advocate for people to vote for Vlad. And now we have 4 out of 5 consensus for Vlad. Great job. Congrats for reaching level.
Thank you. Thank you.
Now there's a poll for level 5.
I will encourage to vote for Sued for level 5.
Me too, actually.
Because
The delegates and also
yeah,
it's a
because
major.
yeah, because this app has a great I would say possible connection interaction links with the Fractal text-based app based on contributions, and I see a direct connection with that in my mind. That's why, yeah.
Thank you.
And yeah.
I voted for Swede because the delegate, choosing a delegate is a hard job, and making that easier is a pain point for optimism and Superchain, and having more people delegate their votes is what everyone wants and needs. So great tool. Can't wait to try it. Okay, we'll continue with the ranking in Telegram, and then I'll share a link where you can press and submit your results on chain. And then we can go, right now we can go to the main room for the second event, which is the Optimism Town Hall. If you have time to stay, you're welcome to. And then I'll share, actually, because Tadas is working on a second app that he'll present now during the town hall, another version of the Respect Game app. He will he needs us to also submit it one more time. So I'll share another link just for that because he's testing it. And I appreciate that. If you have any questions or anything, feel free to do it in the Telegram chat.
Level 4, we have Jacob 25 and me 25. So he has changed. Okay, perfect. I will suggest Jacob for level 4, but anyway.
Okay.
What is the contract address for the Fractal token?
I will respond to that
okay.
chat. We can now go to the main room for the second event. You can leave from the bottom right button that says leave room. Thank you very much for joining.
Thank you.
I'll see you.
That was fun.
That was fun. Yeah. Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Nice to meet you, everybody.
Nice to meet you too.
Nice to meet you.
Partner Borderless, and Borderless is a public good that helps bring Web3 developers from the university ecosystem into the Web3 ecosystem. And our contribution to Optimism for the past 6 months has been a lot in the Optimism Superchain. We worked with Lisk to bring over 20 developers to the Lisk ecosystem, including projects. 3 projects right now launched on Lisk, and 1 just went on mainnet today. And we've organized 1 hackathon for Lisk to get devs and projects to build in Optimism Superchain. We've also had at least 3 events with devs and businesses together to sort of help what 2 businesses come on chain. And our next big thing is our event, Borderless 3.0, happening in November, where we are going to have 2,000 people perform attestations on chain. And also, we're going to have a public goods concert to entertain first-time people about public goods in Web3. So that's it in a nutshell. Thank you for having me.
All right. Thank you so much, Carla. It sounds like you're doing really exciting work. Thank you for sharing your introduction and all you're doing. If you want to share any links, I see you have BitSave in your profile. So if anybody wants to check out more of your work, then I'd be happy to see a link. We also have a Discord group too. If you want to join and share it there, then you're welcome to.
Okay. Please do share the Discord group so I can join.
Okay. Sounds great.
Thank you.
Thank you. We'll share it in a little bit. And also, well, welcome back, everybody, from the breakout room number 1. Hello, Patrick. Thanks for joining. Welcome to Optimism Fractal. Hope that you enjoyed it. And welcome back, Rosemary and Swade and Vlad as well. And so, all right, I'm a little bit conflicted. I don't know entirely what to do because we have a half-hour scheduled for the Optimism Town Hall, and Tadas proposed a topic. And the way that we usually do the Town Hall is it's an open discussion forum, but we also have set topics where people can propose topics and then vote for topics. And I know it's late there for Tadas too, so I want to jump into the topic. At the same time too, one of the things we usually do is we, when somebody joins for the first time, then we sometimes give a chance for people to like say hello or share their feedback and thoughts about it too. So I just want to once again welcome Swade and Patrick too. So hope that you both enjoy the event. If you had any quick introductions that you wanted to share or any feedback about about your first Respect game in Optimism Fractal, then feel free to share. Also, the video that I believe Rosemary recorded in your breakout room will be available, so everybody can see the introductions there. But if it's okay with you, Tadas, then maybe we'll give a few minutes before we jump into your topic in case Swade or Patrick want to share anything, any welcome messages. Is that good with you?
Hey, everybody. I'll take 30 seconds and say that my name is Swade. I'm really happy to be here today. I'm working on a project that was seeded by the Raid Guild, and it's the delegate match Farcaster frame. And I will drop some links in the chat. It is a tool that through a simple survey, it allows a Optimism token holder or the token holder on any blockchain to find a delegate that is a match with regard to philosophy and values. And I'll drop some links for you.
All right, really exciting. I'm looking forward to learning more of the tools and check out the links. Feel free to share both the Zoom chat and the Discord chat. I saw you joined there, so thanks for joining. And the Discord chat kind of stays around for longer, so encourage you to share it in both places if you'd like. And also, if you did want to share a little bit more about just your experience with the Respect game real quick, then feel free to do so as well. Or otherwise, we could just see if Patrick has anything you'd like to share, and we could pass on to Das when we're ready.
I'll just say that it was fun, and it was I enjoyed getting to know some of the other people in the Zoom room. So thank you.
All right,
Thank
awesome.
you, Sued. Thank you, Sued. Yeah, that was fun. I was doing a joke with Sued because in French, Sued is Sweden. That's the name of a country. So yeah, that was just for that was fun. I have never really left the Eden Fractal and Optimism. I have always followed what you do here. was just very busy with upscale DAO Fractal. And I was sharing into my home with Vlad what we are doing into upscale DAO Fractal. There is a coming video on the 20th September released about the Fractal text-based app with Vlad that I will interview soon. So I will share on X, I will tag Dogman, I will tag Optimism. We will do a nice job on Upscale to promote the Fractal text-based app. And Dan is also doing a great job. So that will do 1 + 1 = 3 collaboration at the max. So that was that I shared. Also, I was very impressed by the work of Omanik, Jack Omanik, with this nice kind of mind map with each node linked to a Ethereum address, and that's named ats, and that's very beautiful to organize a DAO. So that's a very great job. And then we voted with the fractalgram of Tadas, always great. Just the thing is, I have to create an Ethereum address, but that will not be a big challenge because Rosemary will share something with me. So yeah, very nice experience, I would say. Thank you.
All right, excellent. Well, thank you, Patrick. Thank you for joining, and thank you for following along. And I'm glad you enjoyed it, and also appreciate your support for the fractal app that Vlad is building. I'm looking forward to the video that you produce. We also had the video from Eden Fractal that we produced from a couple weeks ago too, where people can see a preview of the app he's building. And thanks to Vlad, of course, and everybody who's building great things. Also, big shout out to Jake too with the Hatchery. So thanks so much, Patrick. If anybody else wants to say anything quickly, then feel free. But we do, we're 10 minutes past up the hour, and Tadas has some really exciting stuff to share too. So.
Oh, I forget. I am happy to see Tadas again.
Yes. Who isn't happy to see Tadas again? It's been a while.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, cool. So maybe if anybody wants to raise their hand at any point or share something in the chat, wants to speak more, then feel free. It is an open forum, but at the same time, we'll try to stick to the agenda. We could perhaps go a bit longer than the half hour because we kind of had a bit of a late start, but we'll see how it goes. And we have 20 minutes left on the schedule. I'll share like a really quick presentation just to give it an intro and then pass it over to Das, and then Das will share OrDAO, an introductory presentation about it. So really excited about the Das, and we'll get into it. So welcome everybody to the Optimism Town Hall. We meet every Thursday at 18 UTC. It happens right after the Optimism Fractal events. It's a collaborative forum dedicated to conversations with optimism, the superchain, and it features an innovative community agendas or Kagendas games where participants can choose the topics. So it's a great place to learn about developments on the superchain, help lead the collective, and explore exciting opportunities. Everybody can post topics on the snapshot space with this Kagendas game that we have. You can RSVP at lou.ma/Optimism Town Hall and join and invite friends. Everybody's welcome to join, and then you can post topics on the snapshot space. You can also find the calendar link too. All this can be found, by the way, if you go to resources at the top of optimismfractal.com. You can find the snapshot space and town hall topics. So we just met for the Respect game that we do every week. For anybody who's not familiar, who's watching, Optimism Fractal is a community dedicated to fostering collaboration, awarding public goods creators, and optimizing governance in the superchain. And each week we meet and network and play a Respect game, which is related to the tools that Tadas is building. It also it has many exciting benefits that people here know about, but you can explore the website if you're not familiar. You can watch all the videos and so forth. And you can do a lot of decision making with Respect too, which kind of leads into what Tadas is building. Everybody's welcome to join these events to collaborate with Tadas and many other builders at Optimism Fractal, and check out the videos. Lately, we've been making the videos for the town hall at the last half hour of the Optimism Fractal videos. So you can see those at optimismfractal.com/videos, where you can see all the videos we've been creating and all the cool stuff we've been building. And for today's agenda, so Tadas proposed OrDAO candidate for Optimism Fractal, which is the topic that has received the most votes. So you can see here, he shared a link where you can read more about it. I pulled some of these up. We also have an OP Topics game where we could play for other topics if there's anything else we want to discuss. But the topic with the most votes by a good margin is Tadas's candidate for OrDAO. So we'll discuss that. And Tadas shared some exciting updates in the Optimism Fractal Discord about this too that you can see. And he'll go through, maybe he'll share his screen. That would be appreciated so he can go and explain how it works. He's also asking for help testing the OrDAO mainnet version. He just launched the OrDAO mainnet version, I believe, today. So congratulations. And thank you very much. Tadas is working on this for past few months now and thinking about it for a long time. There's a GitHub repository for Fraps, like kind of short for fractal apps and so forth, where you can learn some of the features that he'll go through and however he wants to bring it up. And we also did discuss this at the 28th Optimism Fractal event as well. There's a video where both Tadas initially introduced during their spec game and then also where I kind of gave like an overview of it as well. So that would be an earlier overview. I'm sure this will be a much more interesting and like detailed updated version too. But if people want to see the original version and the thoughts that have gone to the history of it, then that's there. And Tadas also put up a question: what should he work on next too? Now that he completed the mainnet deployment, he's looking for feedback on whether he should build a fuller GUI for the OrDAO, share this presentation, which he's doing now, do more testing on public test nets for the Org console, deployment for OrDAO for Eden Fractal, respect Oracle or resource for alternatives, and improvements for OREC. He has a lot more details about each of these. Everybody's welcome to vote for the next day to help guide him there. And that's basically it. So Tadas, hopefully that was a helpful introduction. Hopefully it was a helpful introduction for everybody. Thanks everybody for being here. Really excited to hear more about this tool that you're building, this app, the OrDAO. And so I'll pass it over to you, Tadas, to present and introduce and share whatever you think would be helpful.
Do you think that it would be best for me to present, or maybe we could try to test the new app by submitting our results there? Maybe that would be kind of introduction too.
If you'd like to, it's up to you, whatever you think is best. Also, I gave like a very high-level overview. I imagine some of the people here haven't had the chance to read into it. I know you gave more details in the respect games, so perhaps it might be helpful if you want to give like an overview of the features as well and functionality before doing the testing. But if you'd like to lead with the testing too, then that's up to you too. Welcome back, Jorge.
Okay,
Hello, Jorge.
and I see Vlad wants presentation, so
I
okay.
would just ask a basic question. What is OrDAO and why? And then we can go into the how, but maybe first, what is OrDAO in one nutshell sentence, and then why, before to go into the presentation, even into the presentation.
Yeah, that's how that's the only way I would think of starting this presentation, talking about introducing what is OrDAO.
Voilà.
Yeah, so what is OrDAO? So OrDAO is basically, think of it as a code name. The same way that, for example, Ethereum hard forks have different names, usually based on some city names. So think of OrDAO as a code name for a new version of Optimism Fractal. I always said candidate new version of Optimism Fractal because community hasn't committed to this version. That's just my idea, and so I expect that community will first test it, and we will evaluate it, and then maybe start using it as the main official version of Optimism Fractal software.